What's up, everybody? Hey, watch me talk, episode 13, UFC. All right, let's talk about UFC. My episode 12, I talk about Conor McGregor. Check it out. Awesome. I love combat sport. It's great. It doesn't matter which kind, really. I just love it. Boxing, UFC, wrestling, everything is contact. I love UFC. I watched that since day one. First one, where we're bare knuckle, when people really bash each other really well. And there was not really much rules. You can hit a guy in the balls and they wouldn't stop the fight. You were not allowed out gouging or biting. That's it. The UFC evolved big now. The rules change for the safety of the fighter, and I understand that. But it's still a combat sport. People dare to rip each other's head off. That's what they get paid for. Who's the best fighter in the world? Who's the toughest guy? And I found some of the rules when I watch fighting shouldn't exist in the UFC. Like headbutt. I will let it go, headbutt. I think the only rules I will stop is the low blow, the eye gouging, and the biting. But the rest, when a guy's got one knee on the ground and get kicked, oh, you lose a point with disqualified. No, 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 man. It's fighting. That's it. Let it go. Let them go. That's it. He's on the ground. You want to knee him in the face, you go for it. You want to headbutt his face to get out because sometimes you can be under. And especially there's a lot of wrestler now in the UFC, and there's a lot of guy does know the wrestling is not good. They're great stand up, and they have to cross a wrestler who's just gonna grab them, hold them on the ground, and hum them like Khabib. Okay, that's how Khabib is undefeated because he like to hump people. He can't stand up and do a full fight like a real man. He can't stand up and bash with somebody, man, an entire 5 round. No, he's a pussy. That's what I call him. I don't like Khabib. The thing is, I see my dogs are going at it. With UFC, I think they need to change some stuff. Because just say if you allow a headbutt and a wrestler come on you, okay, then you can just grab his head, boom, boom, couple in the nose, the guy get distracted, got a chance to get out of that hole. Then always get hold by a wrestler down on the ground that might go on decision or, get lucky because he burned you out and then you get that fast finishing. But at least with the headbutt, if you're on the bottom, that could be nasty for the guy on top. Can broke his nose fast with a headbutt. Then the elbow, because elbow you have to make the movement. The guy got time, but if you grab you on the head and you push, you try to hold him and you bang at the same time a couple of times. You don't need a big hit. Small hit on the nose, you break his nose. That would distract him, Then you might have a chance to get out of these holes. I think some of the stuff the UFC should allow. Knee in the face, on the ground, who cares? I think it will extend the fighter, have more chance to win a fight, especially against grapplers. Because now it's more you go, more you advance, more fighter are grappler than stand up. Then fights start getting really boring sometimes. Sometimes you get a good card pay-per-view, but you got half of them are wrestlers against a guy who's a stand-up. What do you think is going to happen? If the stand-up guy doesn't keep his distance or make the wrong move by kicking is the worst thing for a fighter stand up against a wrestler. That's why wrestlers take advantage. When you lift your legs, grab the legs, you're down. Compared to your boxing, stay with your boxing, kick less when you go to against a wrestler. I think is the main thing because when you kick, that's the first thing the wrestler want you to do is kick. because now your balance is not there. If he grabbed that leg, you're on one leg, you boom, you're on the ground. Now it's boxing, you still in the distance from the wrestler, keep that distance away from him. Then he's got a lot harder time for you to get grabbed and be on top. I think this is how it is. I did a lot of wrestling in high school. I did martial art and do a lot of weights. I did a lot of stuff when I was younger, getting older. But if I would go to UFC, it depends too. I mean, I'm 5'6". If you see a 6'5" guy, it's for sure his reach way, way, way longer than mine. The first thing I want to do it's get inside and drag on the ground. But if I get a guy my height or a little bit close from my height, I don't. I like to bang. I like to mix, and that's what make a great fighter and great entertainer. Sometimes you have to think about that because it's the paycheck at the end of it. I see a lot of UFC fighters. They're great. They're great, but they can't sell the character, and that's why they cannot sell ticket. Minnie Mouse Johnson was one of them. She was champion for so long, but you couldn't have a pay-per-view, $1 million paycheck. You couldn't. That's why he left. Because he was not mean enough. He was too nice. Great fighter, not too nice. But I'm telling you, when you're in UFC, you cannot be a nice guy. You can't. Think Kabir, you be humble. No, we don't get be humble. It's not church. It's UFC. It's fighting. You're there to fight another person want to hurt you. What's the thing about it? Be humble. You want to go in there and open a can of whoop ass. That's how it is. If I was there, man, I wouldn't be nice. I'd be like Connor. I'm half Irish. I got some native me and French. I'm a misbreed and a nasty one too. I was born angry. If I was there, I'd be going on the mic, man. I would be like Conor McGregor. I will. People will take attention of that. And I'm not the strongest or the most dangerous man in the world, but trust me, I can bang. Going 44. I have my share of fighting in my life. Trust me, I can bang. But UFC is a lot of things they need to reevaluate. Like I heard that they want to stop fighter to put that violence in the mic. You cannot do that. You can't do that. That's taking people's free speech. First of all, you can't do that. And it's fighting. It's part of it. That's how they sell tickets. That's how you make millions of dollars. Look, Connor. Connor doesn't have a perfect record, but he's the most known fighter in the world today. And because it's how he interact with the crowd, how he interact in interviews, weigh and anything like that. Everything is violent. After the fight, he's nice. He might shake the guy's hand. But before the fight, it's war. It's just war. Look with Mayweather. It was the same thing in the boxing. It was a war. After it was all done, they hug each other. Oh, we're going to drink whiskey together. Connor, no, it's business. You dare to hurt me, I'm there to hurt you. And that's the bottom line. And then UFC, that's how it is. There's a lot of stuff out there. And it is, you might say, oh, what you know about? I know because I watch all of it since day one. Some of you might just start watching UFC the last couple of years. I watched it since UFC 1. Okay? Favorite one was Ken Shamrock, Dan the B7, but Tank Abbott. It was some serious banger out there. Some serious tough guy. Royce Gracie. Royce Gracie was more the grappling. Like I was not too much into it. I like when the two guys at the old time came in and they just tried to rip each other's head off. That was pretty awesome. When you get two guys like that, it's just gonna bang and see the blood everywhere. That's crazy. And I see some modern UFC fights like that. Bonner versus Griffith. That was awesome, man. And many other fights I saw that when you get two guys or stand up, I think that would make the best fight. And I mean guys who've been there for a long time. Not guys who are just try to just get points, and it's some fighter, they got more decision than finish. These guys are boring. You don't want that. You want to go there and lay it all out. That's how it goes. That's how people recognize you as a badass. This guy don't mess up. You go in there and you do the job. And that's why I love this is the best fight I love. It's when two stand up guy. And I mean two guys hate each other and they're stand up. And when they go to weigh in and all the media and stuff like that, they go at it hard. Like Diaz and Conor McGregor. That's just a great matchup when they go toe to toe. And Diaz is a ground, but you like to stand up and bang. He did it with Conor and his other fight like that. These to make the most interesting and fun fight to watch in UFC. I don't mind once in a while, a wrestler against a fighter and whatever like that, but you know, for me the best fight is two stand up guy go at it. I think it's the best one because the action is there, and I mean guys who are gonna go to from bell to bell and will not stop. They're just gonna swing and they're gonna try to rip each other's head off. These make these fight really interesting. And let me know, really, let me know who's was your best fight. Which fight you love the best so far in the UFC? Me, it's hard to say. In the modern one, Connor's my favorite. I have to say Connor, and I think it's hard to say against who because a fight like Diaz and Connor, probably this one will be one of them I like. The second fight, I went on decision, and it was a battle. It was a battle. They bash each other pretty good, but it's a lot of it because, like I said, Connor's my favorite, but there's a lot of fight. It doesn't last one round. We saw that. He's got knocking power. It's crazy. But there's a lot of fight out there. Was great. I had to go with the guy I love the most. That's why. But there's a lot of fight I enjoy. Dana White's awesome. Yeah, I think it's like Vince McMahon with WWE. Dana White was made to evolve this company. If it was somebody else, I don't think the company will be big like it is today. No, I'm gonna give thumbs up to Dana White. And this guy never step in the octagon. He was supposed to against Tito Ortiz. I heard about that stuff. I wish to see that because they know you've been around this company since the beginning, almost since they sold it to the brothers, and you've been involved with this so long. I think you've been around all the best trainers. You've been around all the best camp and all that stuff. You know everything. I think you're just worried to get punched in the face, but I think it will be great to see that Tito Ortiz and you where it was supposed to. Another guy, I really want him to get one fight only, one fight. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan. One fight, not with an undefeated guy, a normal guy like CM Punk or something like that. Joe Rogan, I saw him. He's got great background judo. This guy got one of the most powerful spinning kick I saw. I see his videos, man. Big fan. He's compact. He's got the muscling thing. He's got the body, and I think he's got the mind too, because he's been around it too. Joe, if you watch this, man, I'm a subscriber to your podcast. If you ever see this video, man, make a deal with Dana. One fight, just one. Don't make a career out of it because your age or whatever. I don't think it's something you want to do. But one fight. Everybody would like to see Joe Rogan one fight. You will sell probably as much ticket that Conor McGregor did. I'm pretty sure. Everybody know you. Everybody know Joe Rogan from Fear Factor, and you were the voice of UFC. That's the best buy Dana White ever did, is to have you be part of UFC. I think You let me know, guys, if you would like to see Joe Rogan make one fight. Go check his YouTube, some YouTube video when he kick and he move and he's really tough. He's a tough guy. I don't say go against Khabib, but I think you go a guy who's got more about the same loss and win. A 5-5, 6-6, or 6-5, or 5-6. A low fighter just to see Joe Rogan do one fight, and I think it can drag this sales like co-main event. You don't make it as a main event, but you make co-main event. I think Joe Rogan, people will turn the channel to see that fight. I'm telling you, I would. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind how much it will charge, man. I will turn and watch that fight, Joe Rogan and the Octagon, for one fight. I know Joe Rogan's a couple of fighters he doesn't like. Choose one. Choose the one you hate the most. Talk to Dana. Say, you know what? I want one fight. One fight. Let me fight this guy. Co-main event. Let's sell the fight. Hey, Joe Rogan in the Octagon, I think will be for one fight. I think will sell a lot of tickets. I think it'll be a lot, and you make a great card with that. You make sure the main event is big, something like another big name like Conor McGregor or something like that. Makes this like a super pay-per-view. I think it would be awesome, awesome. If I was Dana White, I would offer Joe Rogan, and I would offer him a good paycheck too over that. Because I think this is one guy I would really love to see do one fight in the UFC, just to see really if he can measure up. Because I think he can. I think he could be tougher than more half of guys his weight class in the UFC. To be honest with you, he's got great. And then this guy, you don't want to get kicked by this guy. I see videos of him kicking. If he catch you one of these kick, man, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Oh hell yeah, you're in trouble. But UFC is awesome. Pay per view will be great. I think some stuff should be changed a little bit, but overall, the UFC it's a great company to watch, and I think like other things. I think they always should be more flexible too on people having sponsors. I think at first everybody could have sponsor everywhere. Now they all have to go with Reeboks or something like that with UFC, and they just get paid so much, and that's it. Some fighter they fight one time a year. It's not enough. They don't make enough money, and when they go fight, some fighter they don't they're on the pre card. They make what 50 grand in a year for fighting. That's not great. That's not great because I know some fighter. I see them once a year, man. If that, it wouldn't happen to me. I think with sponsors, they make a little bit more money for a living and pay their camp and all that stuff. And I think it should be more flexible. Maybe not every sponsors out there because some company are I don't think you want that on your fighters. Clothes, but some big names, or the Davidson, Nike, whatever it is, man, the Pepsi's, that's okay. But you go a company of condoms or Tampats or whatever like that. Okay, this is different. But something big, it doesn't not gonna attack you. I don't think it's gonna bring UFC down. I think it will help more your fighters, and they might complain less about how they get paid too. That's my point of view. I don't think the sponsor thing should be limited, but you should allow it. And what else I could say? Ref should be more extendable on some of the fight. Sometimes I found the ref stop fight way too fast. There should be more training about should be the training should be better for the ref. Sometimes ref let things go too far too. Some ref, the fight should be stopped, and they don't, and somebody can get really hurt. But when a guy is, blocky, he's not really getting too much damage. You just try to run the time to get the next round. I think you should let it go. Until you know that the guy is really incompatible to, I don't know how to say that in English, I'm French, but cannot really defend himself and he's really in danger, then okay. But your O2 is one thing you need to talk. We need to talk fast about to judge. Man, you got these old people who doesn't know one lick about fighting. I'm telling right now, they don't. And they judge cards. That doesn't make sense sometimes. This should be complaining. The league who send these judge, UFC should complain about that. You should complain. They know what about that. Should have a complaint. I don't know. Do something about it. Some of your judge who judge fights shouldn't judge at all. They ruin fights. Sometimes you see a guy, okay, he land 100 punch, but no damage. The other guy land 50 punch, and the other guy's face is demolished. I think I would give the fight the guy who demolished the other guy's face. That's how it is. I think the judges, nah, UFC, this is probably one of the biggest problem they have right now is the judge. The second one, ref, and third one's more to with the testing. Now with the product fighter take, you have to watch fighter if you watch this. The product you buy now, even if it's not right on the bottle, a lot of company they will put something illegal in there because you buy the product, it's all right on a bottle, but you coming big, coming strong. It's that's a good product and nothing is illegal. You'll be surprised. Okay, money buy everything, and you be careful of what you take when you take supplement. That I can tell you. I know about supplement. And a lot of them put some sort of testosterone or some sort of stuff in it that make people grow the mind. They love the product. They cut you buying it. And you fighters start picking up these product. You take it, you go to piss or take blood test, and boom, you get stuck with a this guy's got illegal stuff in his system, and you never take really steroid, whatever like that. You bought a product from the store that was supposedly free of illegal stuff in it, and it was some. You be watch yourself with these company out there because they do stuff like that. That's a fact. That's why sometimes some of you fighter get you positive on your tests. But be careful what you take. Research the company. Make sure that everything is free in the bottle before you take it. There is no testosterone or any stuff that could be illegal for your career. But I'll let you go on this one, people. Topic UFC is done. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, notification. I want to grow this channel and I need your support out there, okay? You have all a great night. And that's the bottom line. Because Team 316 said so.